I'm Lance Yelvington for CyberCountry. This featured artist's musical pedigree is as solid gold as the hits she's left us over the years. Irlene Mandrell is best known for being the youngest member as well as the percussionist for the Mandrell sisters. She's back in Nashville at the Nashville Palace now with a new show. She's going to tell us more about it in this CyberCountry Minute.
And the truth is, especially if you're looking at a younger generation, I hate to admit, it's been a long time since we did a show together. And I say we, I mean my sisters. I have two sisters, Louise and Barbara Mandrell, and I'm Irlene Mandrell. And we had a show called Barbara Mandrell and the Mandrell Sisters. And then over the years, I've been doing, after that, a show called Hee Haw, and that's been rerun, and just different things for spokesperson for different companies. But right now, this is exciting for me because I have been more just out traveling different countries, outdoor shows, and not really being around the people that we grew up knowing, all the country music fans, and getting to just, be on stage and then get off and meet up with them. And I grew up that way. At 11, I started on the road meeting people. So now I'm at the Nashville Palace, and we have a very classic country show. Actually, I'm the host. I wasn't really supposed to even be performing. I just meet and greet and get up, talk for a while, and I said, I have to sing. So I'm singing, playing a little drums, which is what I started doing. Like I said, at 11, I started on the road playing drums.
See, the thing I remember about seeing you on camera was the fact that you were almost like playing everything. And I can remember you being on TV doing that kind of thing. I mean, is it tough to keep up that kind of energy?
You know what's funny? A lot of people think I do play other percussion instruments, and I played some of the vibes and a little mandolin. But really, Louise and Barbara, not a lot older, but our older sisters. And by the time I was going to play, and mainly Louise and I started playing because we didn't want to get left at home. Barbara's already out performing. My mom played, my dad played. The Mandrell family band originally was without Louise and I. And they traveled for the Vietnam War. They traveled all over the country. And Louise said, we better get busy if we don't want to be left at home. So by the time it was my turn to pick up an instrument, basically, and it's kind of like a joke, but it's the truth, the drums are the only thing left. But I love it, and I love the drums. And right now, the fun thing is I haven't played in a couple of years, except for maybe just solo once in a while when I go in for Louise's New Year show. And so I said, I want to set in with the band. So I am doing a drum number and stuff like that, and it's a lot of fun.
One other thing I want to ask you, too, is about what is going on in country music today, because it's like you've got a division between people who are taking new country in one direction and people like yourself, which are trying to hold tight to that which is traditional, but still at the same time keep it evolving. So what's the important thing right now about the evolution of country music to remember?
It's funny, I've been asked about that, about different divisions in country music. And I think there was a time, during our show, which I hate to admit it was actually 80, 81, so it's been a while. We had Urban Cowboy, we had Willie and Wellen, and so the outlaws of country music. Ray Price, that was more of a very pop country sound. And Barbara started out, even though she was country when country wasn't cool, also had If Loving You Is Wrong, I Don't Want to Be Right. It's Owen Redding, just kind of rock country. We had rockabilly. I can't think of all the names. It was so diverse, and I loved that. It wasn't just cut and dry. We had bluegrass country, and I think rock is like that. You might have rap, you might have metal, we used to say bubblegum, but I don't know. They have different names. But there's all different parts of rock, and I hate when country has to be one kind because then it's like just limits it. I love classic country, but I like I guess Reba would be still classic country now, but I can't think of anyone right now. There's Jesus Take the Wheel. Who was that? Trying to think of from American Idol, and I can't think of her.
Carrie Underwood.
Carrie Underwood. I mean, she was crossover. I love it when country music can cross over. Johnny Cash, you don't get any more country, but he crossed over to everyone who loved him. And yes, you can be saying, I am country, and if they play your record pop or rock, I think that's great. I'm Irlene Mandrell. Thanks for watching CyberCountry. I want to invite you to come to IrleneMandrell.com, see what all the things we're doing. It will have a link also to the NashvillePalace.net. We want you to come see us. I'd love to meet you and enjoy some real classic country.